Hello, hello, and welcome to the next live stream of Dungeons and Banano. This one is going to be called the Icebox. Thanks to 3Meow, we have permission to go a little bit longer than normal because I definitely think we're going to need it today. Without any spoilers, so I'm going to do introductions for everybody. Ovi is going to be playing as Karth the Barbarian. Jimothy is going to be Mycelium as the Bard, and Blush as Rila the Druid. And I will be the Dungeon Master, and I am obviously Zanefold, as you can see on the stream. And what we will be doing today is Dungeons and Banano, which is Dungeons and Dragons with a cryptocurrency twist. For those of you that do not know what Dungeons and Dragons is, it's a tabletop role-playing game where you take character sheets and dice and poor decision-making skills and with a group of friends and see what ends up happening after a very short period of time or a long period of time, depending if everybody ends up staying alive or not. So with that being said, I also want to say one more thing, which is since last time I said that if anybody rolls a nat 19, that we will be giving out the first two that were rolled, that we're giving out the rare then epic monkey stacks for D&B. Since that actually somehow never happened, I'm changing it now so that's any 19. So if it's either a dirty 19 or a natural 19, whatever. The first one is going to be a rare stack. The second one is going to be the epic one. So this way it's a better chance of them dropping. So, is everybody ready? Can you guys hear me? Everyone's good? I know I had audio issues last time, but we should be good. Good?
Let's go.
All right. You were all hired by the captain named Alfred Peelingsworth. Thank you from Ook on the D&B server. Alfred Peelingsworth to assist with not only being an extra set of hands, transporting a significant amount of goods, but also to help defend the ship in case if something goes awry. If you are successful on your assignment, you'll be rewarded for every individual that makes it back alive. Considering that the trip is not expected to be very dangerous, you will only be rewarded for 5 banano per person on the ship. The good news is that there's about 20 people on the ship, so you guys can do the math on that. You're all told that you'll be traveling by boat for about 1 week total. 3.5 days to reach your destination to collect the goods, and 3.5 days to return back to the Banana Republic. Your trip will take you into the icy northern waters where most ships aren't designed to travel through. Luckily, your client owns a special ship designed to break through the ice as it moves. With the ingenuity of both magic and machine, ship breaks through the ice with little to no issue. So at this point, you guys, start to get to the harbor, and you approach what clearly is the captain of the ship. Sorry about the music being a little bit loud. But you approach the captain of the ship. He's very decked out with captain-like clothes. He's got a hat. He's got a very nice shirt. And he just kind of looks over to you guys and he just goes, "Can I help you?"
We're here to help you transport these people and goods and keep you safe.
Oh, you're the ones that we hired. The bounty?
Yeah.
Awesome. Fantastic. All right. A few things I want to point out. You're not going to be in very comfortable quarters. Have you guys been on a ship before?
No.
I have. I am used to sharing some tight quarters, so...
Perfect. Then you will have no problems. And then he goes to look at Rila. He goes, "You said you've never been on a ship before."
No, I'm from the woods.
Oh, you're going to probably not be very comfortable, but we'll see how things work out. Worst case, if we have to leave you back at the other city and you can make your own way back, worst case, that's fine. I don't think... We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And he kind of looks at Mycelium and goes, "How about you? You're good? sure you're gonna be okay with this?
I've been on some boats, nothing that cracks through ice. I guess we'll just have to see how it goes, right?
Ah, all right. Sounds good. Then let's get on the ship and let's get going. Your food will be addressed and taken care of, so you won't have to worry about supplying your own food. Obviously, I kind of just want to say, just to make sure everyone's aware. You will supply you with warm clothes, just because of the type of conditions that we're going to be in. Unique situation. I don't expect you guys all to have exactly what you need, especially if you've never been in the boat, let alone in the northern reaches that we're going to be traveling. Are there any questions you have before you hop on?
What?
You say
are
it's
we
not going to
carrying?
be very dangerous, but what possible dangers might there be?
Pirates. There's pirates out there, but to be honest, that's really not until you won't see anybody like pirates and stuff until but once you get into the icy waters, there's nobody there. Very rarely you'll find a ship that's stuck in the ice, but it's not till as it approaches the ice. We're generally the only people that really go to and back and forth. So really our concern's really going to be the as we're just heading there, like maybe the first day or so, and the day, half a day afterwards, so like the middle part of the trip. Other than that, it should be smooth sailing. But any issues that come up, we expect you to kind of pitch in and help with.
Why do we get rewarded per person that's...
So
Why would people die?
Well, they're not. That's why if they encourages you to make sure that we don't die, because we don't know you, so we trust that your main objective is to make money, and you probably deep down would care less about our lives and more about the money. So we figure we kind of give you an incentive to keep us alive.
Good point.
Yeah.
So
we
I
made
want to
this
know
mistake
what.
in the past. So
Ooh.
yeah.
So I have a question. Other than the crew, who else or what else are we transporting? What kind of goods are on this?
Honestly,
on this
we
boat?
don't really transport anything specifically. We just transport anything that needs to be transported. So we actually work with a company that their goal is to just any goods, and the way he describes it to you is more like cargo ship, but it's much on a smaller scale because of the conditions and environment that you're traveling through. Like this is one of the few ships that actually makes this journey from this one location. So the ship, as you look at the ship, it's pretty large. It's not cargo ship massive, but maybe half the size. And he explains to you that they're just really in sizes of crates, and they can range between chairs in these crates to like clothes to dresses, even as far as diamonds. We have a ledger that records all that information, but it really is a wide variety of items. But we're talking it's a significant amount of crates that we transport back and forth.
So specialty courier. Got it.
That's correct. So you guys, any other questions, or are you guys ready to go?
I guess we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So as you guys get on the ship, the first day, I'm gonna have everybody roll Constitution check. We're gonna see how well you guys. Ovi, you can, or Karth can roll with advantage because he's been on a ship before. Rila, I'm gonna say you roll a disadvantage just because being in the woods, sounds like you've never really been on a ship. So I'm gonna have
You're having it out for me.
No, I'm just saying.
Yes!
You're a druid on a boat.
A wood elf druid.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Half wood elf.
Uh-oh. That's a nat 20.
Oh, you got a nat 20?
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
You even need to roll with advantage.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even... Let's just get that extra nat 20 for you guys. Oh, that's not a nat 20. Okay, just one.
Nice.
So
what did everybody else get?
Uh-oh.
I got 19 and 11, and because you made me roll with disadvantage,
Ooh.
it's just an 11. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's
Wait,
Zane's
no,
fault.
No, I said so. 19 and 11, which means I changed the rules this time. I said even if it's not, it will let it count. I want to make sure that they get sent out because last time none of them got sent. So this time, fine. I will let.
Okay, so you're saying 11 counts for me, 19 for thee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about them, not you.
It's all about the community.
Yes.
That's what I do.
Yes, exactly. So, 3Meow, if you want to do that in a little bit to see who gets that rare NFT, and the next 19 that gets rolled will be an epic one. So with that being said, and Jimothy, what did Mycelium roll?
Mycelium was just no advantage or disadvantage, right?
What's that?
No advantage or
Just
disadvantage.
regular.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I rolled an 11.
11 too. Okay. So as you guys are the first day in, Karth, you're looking at your companions and they are not doing well. They don't necessarily start puking all over the place, but they clearly are not in the best of state. They're just. You notice that your sleeping quarters consist of essentially hammocks that are all like kind of condensed, and they just kind of. Would you say maybe one of you are just like sitting in that trying to deal with this uncomfortable situation you're in, or how would you guys be dealing with this?
I'd be laying down.
Invisible.
No, I'm just gonna lay down until I feel better.
Okay. Rila, I'm assuming you'd probably do the same, or would you be like outside trying to get some fresh air?
I'm gonna get some fresh air, yeah.
Okay. So at this point, you're doing that, and Karth, as you are just, this is like, you're having the time of your life. At this point, you're basically feel like you're having a vacation. You can feel the air, it's cooling.
It's relaxing.
It is very relaxing, and you know what? As the barbarian, I don't know if this reminds you of maybe your homeland. I'm not sure, but this is great. No issues whatsoever. You can even see a few whales off in the distance, and everything is rather peaceful. You can even notice with your Nat 20 that all the crew member are actually very happy. They're very chill. They're talking with her, laughing, joking, and some of them start trying to sing and everything. And the captain also wanted to point out to you guys that he did do a little tour with you guys. He showed you the engine room, and he points out that the engineer that's in there, he goes by the name Arc Rockbreaker. It's a very old looking dwarf, which this NPC name came from Monkey with Water on the D&B server. So Ook and Monkey with Water will be getting a banana reward for their contribution, so thank you for that. So he goes and starts saying this is our engineer. He makes sure that this ship is moving properly through the ice. He's the only one that knows how to run everything. Very nice guy. We like to bust his chops from here time to time, but all in all, he's a nice guy. And he kind of looks at you and just kind of grunts. And just kind of continues tinkering. You see him, he's got like these, special, goggles that, seem tinted. As he looks into what seems to be like a steampunk-based room where it's got, glyphs, embedded into the engine-looking device itself. You see fire, you see coal. It's very warm in this room. And at this point, it's not a very large room, but you see that the pipes leave out from the room into the rest of the ship. It's clearly that they designed this to kind of, save as much space as possible for like the cargo and everything. And they kind of condensed everything to that needed to be accessed into this one room. So at this point, he goes and shows you the other room. He shows other rooms. You see, there's very few spots for people to like hang out and relax. But there is a spot where you see the mess hall where people eat, which is fairly large, even though it's only for 20 people. It's probably could hold about maybe 50 people or so. They say everybody takes turns cooking, so it's not like it's one person's job, and because nobody really wants to do it, so they take turns. And as they're going, they're showing you other parts of the ship that are not super important, but you notice that by the engine room was where the whole storage room is, where they keep all the goods. And he shows it to you, and it is huge. Like, you ever watched the Indiana Jones movie where they like almost like show you the cargo hold, you know, and like there's this long, yeah.
The endless warehouse.
Yes, it almost feels like that, but it's almost like somehow like the ship itself. You're surprised by just how much stuff they just put in here. But anyways, at this point, he goes and you guys are still, Mycelium, you're still hanging out at the bottom of the ship, correct?
Yeah. Trying to get my head straight, my stomach feeling better.
Okay. So at this point, Rila and Karth, you guys are probably at the top of the ship, and the captain is up there, and they're all kind of talking amongst each other. And you see, all of a sudden, you hear one of the crew members kind of starts, stomping his foot in a rhythmic manner. And they all, one by one, kind of start doing the same thing. And they start to kind of get ready to do like a sea shanty. And at this point, you're hearing the music kind of go. And you see how close they are as like a family. They're very... It's clear to you at this point that they've been with each other for a very long time. That they do this, and this is something that they do very often, many times throughout the year. They've been doing it who knows for how long. And you can't help but to feel, for the first time in a quite long time, that you're actually in a happy, pleasant environment. You've seen some of the things you guys have been forced to do, and some of the things that have happened, the mishaps, and the stupid work that you've been forced to do. And like I said, for the first time, you guys genuinely feel like you've got a decent gig for the first time. You feel like there's nothing bad can go wrong. Seas are clear. There's no enemies in sight. And at this point, you're looking at how you can see how much money you're gonna be making, because who's gonna get hurt, right? Nobody hates each other here. Everybody is great. No problems to be had. And the fact that you actually almost feel for a moment that you're on vacation, except for Rila and Mycelium, they're kind of feeling sick today. But Karth, you're feeling the best that you've probably felt in quite some time. At this point, you just see the captain, and he kind of just has this absolute joyous look on his face, as if to be utterly proud of his crew. And you're sitting there, and you're watching everybody singing, and you're also watching a bunch of people kind of playfully swinging from the ropes as they're trying to get their work done. And it's quite clear that, like I said, they're not a sad face to be found amongst the crowd. Unless there's something specific that you guys wanted to do, let me know if there's something specific that you want to do before I speed forward.
I wanted to swing by like the storage.
Okay.
If I can do so without like being intrusive, like if there's nobody like guarding it, I'm just trying to get a little look-see.
Roll a do me a favor, roll stealth.
Stealth. This is not my specialty. That's a 3.
Yeah, so the door almost seems like it's stuck, and you're trying to open it, and roll strength check.
This is my specialty, but that might not be a good thing. Oh God, 11.
So much.
11?
Yeah.
Plus 6.
Yeah, wait.
It's 11.
Yeah, did you roll? I'm sorry. Did you roll athletics or did you roll? I meant to tell you to roll athletics.
Oh.
Changing the rules.
Well, that's what I meant.
It's still an 11.
Okay. So good news is you don't necessarily break the door, but you do break the lock, or not lock, the part that keeps the door closed. And you notice that this door is just not in the greatest condition. I mean, it's it's a wooden door, surprisingly enough, for this space, and it's around wet environment, so to speak. It's probably not the smartest move, but you do it, and the door just makes a little bit of a noise, and you go quickly to try to close it, and you realize it doesn't stay closed. But you look around, and you look around, you don't see anybody around. So
guess I'll go inside.
Okay.
I already broke the door.
So at this point, you go in, and what do? You just want to see just a quick glance?
Yeah, do I see or hear anything that looks...
Roll a perception check.
Of any importance. Okay. Bruh, I got a nat 1.
You don't... You're very distracted by the fact that you just damaged the door, and initially felt confident that nobody saw. So you're like, this is fine. And you go to turn around and you get slam face first, or not really face first, but you ram into what appears to be the dwarf, who was in the engineering room. And that again is Rockbreaker kind of looks at you and goes, "Boy, what are you doing in here?"
Well, I accidentally broke the door, and then I just seeing what's in here.
He looks at you and goes, "What are you even doing in here?"
Well, it just said I broke the door by accident, now I'm taking a look around.
He goes and he asks you to step out of the room with him, and as he tells you that, he instantly starts to look at the door, see if he could fix it.
I leave with him.
Okay. So you walk out, and he just starts looking at it, and he just goes, "Wood. Stupid wood. It's worthless, pointless. I'll deal with it later." And he just kind of slams the door shut. He kind of looks at you. He goes, "Don't stop meddling with stuff."
Okay.
He goes, "I've got enough work to deal with keeping the ship going, and you gotta start tinkering with messing with things."
Just making sure there aren't any slaves in there or something,
He just stops as he's turning around, turns to look at you. Goes, "Excuse me?"
This is just joke. I don't know. There's a lot of risk on this mission. I'm just trying to see what's going on here.
He's like, "What do you mean a lot of risk on this mission?"
Just talking about a lot of people dying, just very unlikely, but
dying.
And that's why I'm here, to make sure nobody dies, right?
He just kind of goes,
And I wouldn't be here if it didn't happen regularly enough, right? Like, if it wasn't dangerous, we wouldn't be here. So,
he goes,
I feel like it's actually pretty dangerous.
He crosses his arms. He goes, "We also wouldn't have a broken goddamn door either."
I mean, you're not wrong.
He, at this point, just kind of turns to look at you and then goes back into his room and closes the door quietly.
I'll go back to our room.
Okay. And I'm assuming if you guys don't want to do anything else, we'll go and speed things forward. The quality of the food on the ship is surprising, actually. You expected maybe something like along the lines of rations, but you actually see that they actually cook like a nice actual meal for everybody. And you actually managed to sit down with them over the course of a couple of days to eat with them. And some of the foods that they're having is, fish. They even brought some potatoes on, so they're cooked mashed potatoes. And they even, brought some ale, and they have fresh water, as I'm assuming Rila would eagerly say that she would prefer the water.
The ale? Yeah, I agree. She should drink some.
You notice that some of the individuals offer Rila and Mycelium some herbal supplements, so to speak, and they say that it helps with the nausea of the ship, and they kind of advise you to kind of put it between your teeth and kind of like let it sit there, and you absorb, kind of just let essentially the bits of it just to go in, I guess, what's the best way to describe, like with chewing tobacco, you put it between your gum and your tooth. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's called sublingual.
What? Wait, what?
Called sublingual. Sublingual.
No,
you
but
absorb it
chewing
underneath
tobacco is
the
not
tongue
sublingual. Chewing tobacco
Yeah,
is like
I think it
actually
is.
in your gums, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sublingual is for like, tabs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I think tobacco is like literally in your gums.
Yeah, I mean, none of us
Because
apparently
like
do it, so we don't
you
know.
look like a chipmunk when you're chewing when you got dip in your mouth.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know about
It's
tobacco.
between your bottom tooth
I just
and your lip. I know people who've
I've
done it.
never had the desire to do something so disgusting in my life.
But
So
if anybody out there that does, it's totally up to your thing. But
I support your choice. I'm just like that's disgusting.
he's
I'm
like,
sorry.
"But your choice is stupid." I'm just
Your
kidding.
choice is just. I don't even want to say it's better than cigarettes because they're both just. Anyway.
Do you guys hear that? I hear digging. He's digging himself a hole. Oh, poor
I agree with Steve Rambo. Sub-anal.
So essentially, do you guys take this? I'm assuming you guys. What do you guys do with? Do you guys choose to take it?
I'm really upset I didn't get offered drugs.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, give me the herbal drugs.
So you notice that after doing what they instructed, you notice that it almost within like 20 minutes your stomach starts to settle down. And they kind of pat you on the back, and they're even like, "Hey, do you guys want to play some games with us before you guys crash for the night?" He mentions like playing poker. They all just kind of hang out at the end of the day.
Yes, I want to play some games.
It's like cool. And do the rest of you guys do?
Yeah. Games are good.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So you guys end up. I'm have you guys roll a quick d20. We're gonna call this a luck roll.
A luck roll.
That's not my specialty.
It's just straight d20. See how things went for either of you.
All right, I got a 14.
7.
3.
So, Karth, luckily they felt bad for you, and they offered to actually gamble real Banano, and they just. You actually performed as though you've never played poker before, and they actually pitied you, and they're like, that's fine. We're just having fun. We don't want to take your money.
Oh, that's so nice of them.
Yeah, they actually kind of bust your balls a little bit, but like a playful way, like not in like a aggressive, but literally like just chumming it out. The rest of you guys probably, what was your roll again?
7.
And
lucky number 7.
Yeah, nice try. Mycelium, what was your roll again?
14.
All right. Rila, I'd say you lost 2 Banano.
Oh.
Hey.
Mycelium, you managed to get 5 Banano.
Ah.
So you update your inventory now. So if Mycelium wants to be nice, he can kind of even give you that lost Banano that you had, and so that way you don't actually
do it. Don't do it.
Then we had like
wow.
If anything, she should be giving me Banano for some teeth.
True.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hang on. Rila, I want you to roll 1d4 to see how many of your teeth got back. You managed to get back from between the last session and this session.
What?
4. I got
Okay, so
4
how
back.
how did you manage to get your teeth back?
Yeah, how'd you get teeth? They're in my bag.
Not from you. She's gonna get either replacements, or she's gonna find a way to actually grow them or heal them back. But if she depending
that
on how she
possible.
So
you're in a world of magic, and you're telling me you don't think it's possible to like get
Yeah,
teeth back?
that's where I draw the line. Fake teeth.
It's like, okay,
that's
look,
where I draw the line.
You can literally wish things into existence, but teeth, no. Lives can come
vicious
back,
mockery
not the teeth.
exists.
Yeah, exactly. I can insult somebody to death, but teeth growing back.
Mimics are totally fine with me, but you can't heal teeth. Sorry, you can't heal something that is. No.
We're gonna speak about this again as soon as you have a broken bone. Like,
Yeah,
oh no,
exactly.
I can't do that. Sorry.
I've never
you
broken
gotta-
a bone, and I never will.
Yet.
See,
Yet.
he just told the dungeon master he's never gonna break a bone. That was not smart. That was
I've
not
never
wise.
broken a bone,
Yet.
and I never will.
Yet. I shall make a note of that, actually. Thank you. Gonna make a note of that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make sure I roll on that one, so if you try to break my bone, I'll just get decapitated or something. Still didn't break a bone.
Alright, so what I did is, because Mycelium would not give them back, he probably wants to grind them down to some magic powder. It needs elf teeth, so whatever. So I went to this dentist downtown that I somehow know and got some silver teeth from that silver coin that I still have in my
Silver.
inventory.
Silver?
Alright.
I don't have a gold coin. It's better than nothing.
You can deduct 0.5 banano for that. Not a full
That's
one.
a ripoff.
It's actually that's literally 5 silver pieces if in the way it converts into D&D, gold, silver, copper. That's 0.5 ban. That's basically 5 silver the way we do it. So that's actually not bad. And it's literally the cost of the material at that point. So all right, that's fine.
I mean, I'm vain, so of course I get them replaced.
Oh shit. Okay. So, you notice that at this point, since now you have silver teeth, that the other, some of the people on the ship actually compliment how nice the teeth look. And they show you theirs, which are made of wood, and they're clearly not been replaced since they got them years ago. And they're just really amazed by the quality of the teeth and asked for who you talk to, and I'm assuming you share that information.
Of course, yeah.
Again, very sweet individuals, very, very nice. Several days go by, and eventually you guys make it to the harbor of the city that you're approaching.
Oh, my teeth.
What's that?
What about my teeth?
Damn.
You have 6 teeth! I'm just kidding. You want to roll for your teeth too? God,
I
you're
just want
so
my teeth
needy.
back.
No, I'm just kidding.
You have
This is the
them.
real reason why our session's longer today.
I know.
You guys to regrow your teeth.
All right. Roll a 1d2 and divide it by, or 1d. Actually, I think you could do 1d2. It's like flipping a coin. See, do that on the server and see what it does.
1d2?
Yep, it might actually work because it's probably seen as flipping a coin.
Got a 1.
So you get 1 tooth back.
But I have 6. Oh, because I'm missing 2 teeth. Alright. So, I just took one of my teeth and I stuck it back in the empty socket, my gum line, and it was so fresh that it just
Roll
went
a
right back in.
d20.
Fresh? It's been days.
No, it was
Possibly
a while
weeks.
ago.
Tell you what, I'm gonna
Maybe
do something.
months.
I'm gonna do something fun here. Roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Ooh.
I got a 9.
So
I feel like this is a
not
great
paying-
way. Did you
not-
even...
Not paying attention, he accidentally puts Rila's tooth back into his head. And-
Oh!
Oh,
yeah.
That sounds like an infection.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say. So we'll roll later
No.
and see if that gets infected.
no wonder I had to get
Why
fake
would-
teeth.
Body's rejecting the tooth.
Now, if you see guidance, she could have told you that was my tooth. Steve Rambo's right.
No one wants my guidance, though.
I know.
I think it would have been better if you didn't tell him, and then just like later on in the mission, he
right?
opens his mouth and Rila's just like, "What the fuck is that?"
What's
What is
smell?
that?
Look at that?
This is mine.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Alright, I got
So,
it 1 tooth back.
You got
1
your
to
tooth
go.
back. So you're at this harbor again. At this point, they spend about half a day or so getting all the stuff off the ship and the new stuff on. They ask for your help. They're like, "Can you just help us kind of get this stuff moved in? It'll speed things up, but we can get out of here." You notice a couple of the people that ask you are the people you guys have been hanging out with for the majority of the time.
Yeah, okay, I'll help.
Uh, I ain't helping.
You don't help?
No.
I'll help.
So Rila's the only one that's not helping?
That
No.
sounds pretty accurate.
No, I'm not helping. I'm here to. What was that? Assist.
You're not assisting.
So I'm assisting by overlooking everything.
So she's being a supervisor.
Yes.
All right, so
That's
all
right.
right, here we go. So you're lucky. So at that point, you manage to kind of look busy as you're walking around doing stuff. And everybody else kind of does pitch in, lend a hand, and within maybe a few hours, you guys manage to get back on the ship, and you guys are heading back. You guys notice that the captain kind of comes back, and he's just like, "Hey guys, I have I thought I'd do something special for everybody. I picked up some, a couple, boars, and I figured we'll have some nice boar meat tonight." And you hear everybody just kind of roaring and cheering. They're like, "Yeah, I know. I feel like, I know we still eat pretty good, but I thought it'd be nice to kind of have some substantial meal, and soon our fun compatriots are going to be gone and they're going to be on their way. So I just thought that we do something nice to thank them for all their work." At this point, you guys, it's been maybe 4 days, and you guys are it's just night is approaching. You guys already left, but because of where you guys are from the, heading back from the city that's, cover, in the northern area, you guys are still breaking through the ice and everything. And he goes and says, "Thank you guys so much for, helping out. I know you guys have probably been bored out of your minds, but we really, really appreciate all that you've been doing for us. And so we want to do something a little nice for you guys."
Oh boy, thanks. Really appreciate these.
I'm
boars.
excited for the food.
So you guys go and sit down to eat, and you guys now Mycelium, do you eat meat in this? Does your character eat meat?
Yeah, I mean, of course I do. My cellium eats meat.
Okay, because he was this big mushroom guy. I didn't know if he was like, I forgot if he was like a vegetarian or not.
Oh no, mushroom and meat goes together really well.
Okay, nice. So as you guys are eating, you're all having a good time, and you guys notice that the ship just kind of comes to a grinding halt, and you hear like twisting of metal and gears, and things don't sound great. And eventually the ship, everybody roll a acrobatics check.
That's a good one. Nice, Timothy.
Well, I got a nat 1, but with a bonus of +5 for a total of 6.
What did we roll?
You did.
Oh.
You going overboard?
No, you guys are in the mess hall, so he's like, you guys are eating. But I
Okay.
want to roll to see if he knocks another tooth out, because he's...
Oh, he got a nat 1. Why do you even roll? It just, he got a nat 1. Fuck
I
those
have a
teeth.
20.
Tell you what.
Why would I?
Tell
I'd
you
probably
what.
get a concussion, not lose a tooth.
I'll tell you. I'll have you roll again. If you get a 3 or lower on your next roll, you're losing a tooth.
Another
D20. Just straight up
yeah,
D20.
Right.
If he rolls a nat 1, okay.
It's 15 +5 for 20 now.
Okay, so then you don't lose the tooth. I just had to do it because I wanted to be like, does he lose another tooth after this? So your head does slam forward and it does hit the table. It misses the any silverware that was might have been standing out or whatever, but you just face goes right into the table itself. You take 1 point of damage, but other than that, you're fine.
Damn.
Everyone else is kind of moving around a little bit. Rila and Karth, what would you roll again?
20.
17.
Nat 20?
No.
Okay.
+2.
Karth?
17.
Okay. So you guys managed to catch yourselves and brace yourselves, and you even, managed to catch a couple people that were sitting next to you from falling over, but
I lost damage. I had 20 also.
No, it's the second
Did
time.
what?
Shut up. That was just to see if you lost a tooth.
I know. Okay.
And at this point, everybody kind of, after a few moments go by, you hear like what it sounds like a buzzing or like a makeshift siren. And you see everybody kind of like have this look of panic on their face, and everybody kind of rushes to get up, and they even leave their food where it is.
Totally not dangerous.
So what do you guys do?
It's time to go, guys. I think we're gonna got to go fight some shit.
Do we have any food left on our plates?
Yes. You maybe taken like a couple bites of it.
Well, I'm gonna grab one more bite, maybe 2 more bites, and then I'm gonna fight. Do the best fight.
All right. So you at this point, what do you guys do? Like, what do you specifically do?
I will grab a big hunk of meat and just get up and head up with everybody else.
Okay. Rila?
I don't think I want to be alone. I just follow.
The option you were considering leaving them alone, like I'm gonna do my own thing.
Maybe hiding. I don't know.
So at this point, you guys, you follow everybody else. You hear the siren going, and it sounds like, and as you get, everybody seems to be running up on top of the ship to kind of look around. They see that the ship has stopped moving, obviously, as you've already determined. You looking around, you see that the ice is just, obviously it was breaking through the ice, so the ice is pressed up against the ship, and you're still looking around. And you don't see anybody else around. You don't see any, damage to the ship. It just stopped moving.
All right. I'm gonna head to the engine room.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys?
Okay.
Gonna stay at the very front.
I'm
Keep a lookout.
not a ship person. I stick to mycelium.
Everybody roll a perception check. Excuse me.
Oh, I rolled a nat 18.
And that 18?
Oh, so close. Yeah.
I got an 18.
So
13.
with +1 for 19.
Oh, so you got a 19?
Well, it was nat 18 +1 with my +1 of perception.
So you got a 19.
I got a 19.
All right, so there's our second
Yay.
19. I'm trying to at this point I want to make sure that we give away some of these and give, rather than the last time where nobody got any. So, 3 meow, we got a 19. This is going to be, whoever gets this one is going to be getting the epic ones, or epic monkey stack, the D&B one. So do me a favor, and after, as we talked about how we normally do it, just let me know after who got the rare one, who got the epic one, and I'll make sure to send those out after the stream. No rush with that. And so at this point,
to me.
so who got the highest value of the rest of you? Was it mycelium, I think?
Yeah.
So as you guys are heading toward the ship, everybody's kind of starts to follow you and do the same thing. You notice that the cargo door that's sitting, that Karth was in originally and that they also showed you, there seems to be a large note that seems to be nailed onto the door. And
what did it say?
Well, you have to read it in a second, but at this point you see everybody else just kind of rushing to the engine room to kind of check on to see what's going on with the engineer. And as you guys, I'll say real quick what's going on, but I'll let you, if you want to read it, you can. But you look at the engineer and you see the captain's already down there checking on him, and you see Alfred and Ark just kind of sit, the captain Alfred and the engineer Ark Rockbreaker. You see that the dwarf engineer is just rubbing his head. It seems to be bleeding. It seems maybe perhaps like something happened, whether maybe something similar to what Jimothy experienced, where he kind of fell forward. You're not entirely sure. But everybody's kind of asking all these questions, and you see that there's some smoke that's emanating from the room, and there's a bunch of broken pieces of metal on the floor. And we're talking like a significant amount, and a couple pieces that are actually pretty large. So,
All right. I'm gonna go up to Arc Rockbreaker and offer to cure him with one of my spells.
okay, go ahead and tell me how much
Right.
he heals for.
I know how to do that. 1d4 plus 5. All right. A total of 7.
Okay, he heals all the damage, and he looks at you and goes, thank you. It just seems a little out of it. Now, which one of you guys mentioned the note that you wanted to look at the note?
I did, but I'm not down there.
Yeah. He stayed
I'm up
upstairs.
at the top. I'm staying to keep a lookout.
Okay, so who else one of you guys want to look at the? Okay, you want to look at it, Rila?
I'm curious enough.
Can you even read?
Based on
How many languages do you speak?
That was based on your
At
comment
least
earlier.
2.
He's breaking your chops.
Yeah.
Our private conversations that we have. I'm going to send you guys this message, but I'm also going to read it. But because it's long, I figure I'll also give you the text so that you can look at it. Well, I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it for you to read.
Cheating.
Okay, well then don't read it. Fuck you want to worry about it. All right. Again, I'll read it to you, but here we go. Rila, you read the following.
What the fuck?
Congratulations! Your ship has been selected at random to participate in the study of the newly developed specimen T.Mimicus 19V4.20, a creature that has been genetically altered to be a lethal adversary in any situation, as it can adapt like no other creature before it. It's lethally intelligent, dangerously strong, and unbelievably agile. At this point, the ship would have been sabotaged and will likely require significant repair. Fortunately, I have left the parts required to fix the ship hidden on the ship somewhere. If you manage to live long enough to fix the ship and continue on your journey, then that means my specimen requires further development. However, if you don't manage to make it back alive, then another successful test of the subject in question. Thank you for your scientific contribution, Professor Misery. P.S.
Oh, this fucker.
If you manage to find the spy on the ship, would you do me a favor and kill it? A spy that manages to get itself caught is not a spy worth having around, if you catch my drift.
This is the same piece of shit that cucked us on that last bounty, right? Or the other
Yes.
bounty, right?
Yeah.
About how the reward is...
Friendship.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's nice that we have this redemption arc.
We want to go back and kill him. We should have done that.
Well, we couldn't. We didn't have enough time.
Yeah. Zane didn't let us, and now we're gonna die because of it. That's fair.
Thank you,
That's
Zane.
fair.
You're welcome.
Alright, let's do it. Even though I'm blissfully
Alright. Okay.
unaware.
So there's a spy on the ship, or at least they want us to think there's a spy. Could it have been somebody who's been here a long time, or a new member?
It could be anyone. Like, we don't know those people, but
Didn't seem like we could pick out a new person if they were all that tight-knit.
I would like to tell Karth as soon as possible about this note, so in a panic, I'm trying to convince myself to follow me, because I'm running upstairs. I'm trying to find
Wait.
Karth.
You don't want to go by yourself?
No!
Skirt.
No, there's something.
She's terrified. She doesn't want to get murked by that little...
Alright, here's what I'll do for you. May I touch your shoulder? And make you invisible?
Yes, please.
Alright, I'm gonna make you invisible. You go find Karth. I touch your shoulder. And
You're not
invisible.
staying here alone.
So, just out of curiosity,
Well,
none of you have actually shared with anybody else that you found this note.
No.
Well, I mean,
So
Doesn't
nobody
sound
else
like it.
knows.
No.
Okay.
That would be so bad.
I'm in the engine room with the captain, Alfred, and Art Rockbreaker. I was thinking of telling them. You don't want me to tell them?
We could tell them, but not everyone. Do you know what's going to happen if everyone knows that there's something deadly on the ship and that there's a spy?
Yeah,
I've seen. They're going to eat each other. They're going to.
This.
The Thing is great. It's a great movie, and this is a cool concept. So
that's not going to save you right now. You better focus.
I've seen this one before.
So
I didn't like the ending.
We have to. Oh yeah, the ending's not gonna.
You're not gonna like the ending of this one either.
So you're going up to find Karth?
Yes.
All right, then I'm going to talk to Captain Alfred and Ark Rockbreaker and share this note information with them.
I'm gonna try and find Strong Boy here.
Okay, and
that's me.
We should meet somewhere.
We meet upstairs in our room or somewhere upstairs. Okay.
Okay, we'll meet back in our room. Okay.
All right.
Got it.
So,
all right.
So
before you guys say anything else, I want to say this is my surprise Halloween session because I didn't get to do one. So this is a surprise, delayed. Consider it a Halloween stream.
Well, it's spooky, all right. So we got monsters.
All right, so
Rila's completely just won't be by herself unless she's invisible. We're all scared here. All right, so I go up to. Oh, go ahead.
So Rila, you start to head. You do this for Rila. She disappears, and I'm guessing she starts to head upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. So just so you guys know, we have about a little more than an hour and a half left. So you figure out what's going on. As you can imagine, there has to be an ending to this, otherwise it doesn't end well for you. So there is no simply you didn't do it, right? You don't walk away from this. So let's make sure that you do this. TikTok motherfucker, exactly. He's got it. Steve Rambo is on it today, guys. Good job. So you go ahead and you run upstairs and look for Karth. Mycelium, you're gonna go straight to the captain and the engineer, who's currently in there right now with everybody else. What do? Mycelium.
With everybody else, I say, hey guys, I need to talk to the captain and Ark Rockbreaker, just the three of us in private.
Okay. At this point, you notice that the wind outside is also picking up. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio or the noise of the wind. The players can't, but everybody else on the stream might be able to. But it's very windy out there. All right, so they look at you. They go, "Is there something? What's wrong? Did you notice something else going on?"
So on the door,
they're all still there, by the way. Everybody else is just with you. Like they're all huddled around.
What?
I'm letting you know in case did you ask them to talk privately?
Yes, I did.
I missed that part. I'm sorry. They look at you like, why can't you talk with the rest of us? At this point we need to figure out what's going on.
And that's exactly it.
You have to do persuasion if you want to convince them.
Yeah, I just need you two to come with me. I'm gonna persuade you any way I can.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
Yep. That was a nat 2 plus 11 for 13.
A nat 2?
Yeah, plus 11 for 13.
He looks at you. They both look at each other. The engineer and the captain looks at each other. And the engineer's like, "Look, we don't have time. We're in the middle of the ocean. We don't have time for this. Can you just tell us what else you know is wrong with the ship, so we can just figure out what's going on?"
No. It's only gonna be you two, or I'm gonna go find my group, and we're gonna just gonna have to come back to this later because there's something going on that only you two can know.
And you see a few of the buddies that you were playing poker with for several nights kind of look at you like, "What you don't trust us? We've been out to sea. We've been through some dangerous stuff. We can handle the stress. Just tell us what's going on. What did you find?"
I gotta go. I'm gonna go find Karth and Rila.
Okay, now
If you guys want to know,
I gotta make several rolls now. Hang on.
Ruh-roh.
The captain kind of gives you a look, and he's just kind of like wondering what's going on. He doesn't know if you're just scared or what. Engineer seems like he could almost. It's not that he couldn't be bothered. He's clearly fixated on the things that are going on in his room or something else, whatever. He's just very fixated on where he is right now. You see him start to pick up pieces that are on the floor. Very flustered with what's going on. And you notice a few of the people that were gathering, like the 20 or so people, a couple of them feel offended by what you just did as you go to leave. Rila, we're going to go back to you as you're running through the ship to make your way out. I do want to point out that you were aware that there were about everybody, for the most part, clearly, besides Karth, went back to see where the captain was, so everybody was down in that spot. So as you're running through the ship, fortunately you are invisible, correct?
Yes.
You do notice as you're roll a stealth check. I'm gonna see how quiet you're being.
Oh, wait a second. If you say that. No, I'm just gonna do it.
I know what you're thinking. You're gonna save it? You're gonna save it for later?
Yeah. I need my spell slot?
I was gonna say, it's probably a smart idea. She was gonna do pass without a trace, I bet.
Yes. You're scaring me.
I love it when I scare my players. This is wonderful. I'm having a blast. How about you guys?
I am a 17.
Alright, so you're kind of clearly terrified, right? It's not a surprise. But you're realizing you're invisible, but you're still got to be careful because people could hear you. As you're kind of running at the ends of your toes, tiptoeing / running through the ship, you notice that you're passing the mess hall and you hear some noise coming from the mess hall.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't stop making noise, so perhaps it's a good idea that whatever it is, it hasn't realized you're in the vicinity yet.
But I also do not know if it's Karth or not.
That is correct.
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a look what it is because I am actively looking for Karth. I don't know where he is, so.
So at this point, what you see, we're gonna go to the next slide here. I want to thank, by the way, Eva, who has been doing a lot of the art for the D&B as well as a few other people. But for this particular stream, Eva has not only done the banner for this with the ship, and I appreciate that, but she's also done with the next one's coming up. So big shout out to thank you to her. She did a tremendous job at that. So what you see is a foul-looking creature that is just gorging itself on all the food that is just left out, and it's clearly just mishmash of just has a hand coming from its chest, has multiple rows of teeth. Clearly it's just all over the place mess of a being. It has yet to see you yet. And
I turn around and run into the other direction.
Before you turn and leave, you notice that another one appears and kind of enters the room from another doorway and begins to start to gorge itself on any other food that's left out.
There are two?
That you see too.
Hallelujah. Ah! I run! I fucking run! In the other direction, I'm gone.
Okay.
Not today, no.
As you begin to run, you're again continuing back up. You start to. I'm gonna go based on your previous stealth check. You're in another room. You hear something else moving around, and do you want to go check into that room as to what made that noise?
No. No,
Smart,
no,
smart.
I do not. I do not.
Smart.
It's full on panic mode. I'm trying to find big, strong boy now, and he would not make noises like that, I think.
So just out of curiosity, is your character scared and blush, or is it just Rila?
That's just Rita.
Sure, yeah. Sure. Yeah.
She's scared.
I'm scared for my character.
And you know what's funny is a joke I'll tell them. I'm sure you'll be okay with this. Jokingly,
Yeah.
Blush told me in the she's like, whatever you do, you better not kill my character. I had art made for it. I'm like, well, first of all, that's not how this works. So if your character dies, it dies. So I will
If your
say
character
this.
dies, it's going to be partially due to your own poor decisions or mine.
Yes. So just so
Mostly
everybody, so
yours.
that
Not
everybody
mine.
here knows, everybody's character could absolutely die, and you might be the last time you see them. So I'm okay. You know what? People die. Anybody who's been on the D&B server knows that when we do the community-driven stories, that I will kill the character if I have to. I've done it. So
You did very recently.
I
You just
know.
started the new one.
I know. Poor guy was trying to fight a monk, and he rolled really, really bad. So yes, there you go. So at this point, you continue running back up to Karth, and you quickly find him. Karth, what are you doing at this point? Again, we're gonna try to.
I'm just like at the front of the ship, just making sure nothing's out there.
All right, you guys. You Rila, you see him, and he doesn't know that you're invisible.
How does that work with the invisibility? How do I get rid of it?
I mean, you can choose to get rid of it. I think the way, if I remember correctly, it's like an action. Like you could just make it go away. But if you like attack somebody or something like that, I believe it goes away. So like,
Look at this chat.
the biggest, strongest boy. So that way, essentially, if you want, you could just simply be like, hey, you just say it to yourself, I don't want it, whatever the case may be. But if you don't want it on anymore, you can get rid of it. But once it's gone, it's gone.
I stay invisible, and I'm whispering
Okay,
to him.
fair.
I make him know that it's me. I hope he recognizes my voice. And I'm just like, Karth.
Oh shit!
Don't. Here, read this note. Read it. Don't say anything.
Quickly read it and just yell, "What the fuck?"
I'm smacking him in the face for
Me?
this reaction. Yes.
Why?
You yelling.
I don't know what we're talking about. Have you seen any of them? Have you seen any?
As you
seen
yell, I'm gonna roll. You don't notice anything.
Oh. I'm gonna die because of you.
Yeah. We're all gonna die.
He's like, we're going down with the ship.
Time for new characters. These
You'll
are
probably die though. I'm going down with this ship.
All right, so what do you guys do?
But did you tell me about the
Yeah, he made you read the whole.
visitors?
Oh, did you?
I made you read. You screamed. I'm pretty sure those monsters come up now. They hear
You
us.
look around,
But did you
nobody
tell
comes
me
up.
about, like, do I know about
I
them,
do.
or did you
I
literally
do.
just hand me a note?
I do. I tell you
Okay.
about them. That I saw two and probably
Let's-
heard a third one.
I'm gonna go kill them. Let's go. Take me back.
Have you read the notes?
Yes, he read the
I
note.
did
He
read the note. That's why I
Have you
yelled,
read-
"What the fuck?"
Have you read that they are very, very special?
I have. I mean, would you rather wait for them to pick us off, or like I could just go kill them while they're eating? Well, we're gonna have to fight them at some point, or we could just let them like kill everybody on the ship one by one and then not get a bounty.
You're not getting a bounty when you're dead.
I'm gonna go fight. You can go back and help Jimothy try to help find these pieces and find the spy, but
All right.
I don't
about to
worry
YOLO
about the
this.
spy.
So,
I'm not leaving you alone. That's for sure. I'm staying invisible, but
How long does the
You hit him in
invisibility
the
last?
face.
Oh, that's right. She slapped him. All right, so your visibility.
You're not invisible. You're not invisible.
Yeah, you definitely.
what do you mean?
Oops.
Thank you, Kara.
I didn't shoot
the one
myself.
that blew you in.
I mean, hey.
Uh-oh.
All right. So
All right.
what do you guys do? Keep moving this forward.
Well, yeah, it's usually...
I'm going to try to stealthily head back to the galley and just see if I can get a view of the situation without provoking them.
Make a stealth check. And relay too, because now you're.
I already regret this.
Yes.
This is
Yes,
not gonna work.
Yeah. For now, I stay close to him. I try. Fuck
I got
me.
a 15.
I got a 4.
You fucker.
Okay. So you guys are making your way down back to the mess hall to see where the the noise came from, or show him. And when you guys walk in, there's nothing there.
Cool. Do we hear anything? Any noise at all?
Nope.
I guess we should go check on. Do you know where Mycelium is? We should probably go check on him and everybody else.
We said we're gonna meet in the room.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Okay.
I got no time for stealth.
Okay. So as you guys are heading out, I think at this point Mycelium would, see you coming out of the room because he's been looking for you. Mycelium, you do notice that a few people, not aggressively, but do kind of cautiously follow you. Not because they're going to do anything specific to you, but more perhaps just want to know what the hell's going on. So they're not trying to be sneaky. They're just kind of like following you like, hey, wait, what's going on? Tell us. But you guys managed to, three of you have met up, and maybe a couple people start to follow you, come up from behind and just like, hey, what, you're okay? What's going on?
We're fine. Don't worry about it.
And they look at each other and they're like, they go roll a check to see. They're gonna check. God damn it! They roll the nat 1, so they go, all right, we'll just let us know and they're like, look, weird things happen at sea all the time. We're prepared for these kind of things. So I'm sure the engineer or whatever has got extra things that we can do to fix the ship. We'll figure out what's going on with the ship, and we'll be back on our merry way. And if you want, just relax. Just take it 15. You can go finish your meal if you didn't do that. Just we'll got you. We'll look for you if we really need you. Just take a minute.
All right. Where are you guys gonna be in case we need your help?
We're gonna head back to talk to the captain and see what he wants us to do. I don't know if he's gonna have us, move anything around or whatever, just to get the ship going again. But again, this has happened like one other time years ago, but it was a little less sudden than it was today. Like it was something like simple as like, the engines just got overheated and whatever. This is a unique situation, but we'll be fine.
Well, thanks for being a team player, and we're gonna try and figure it out amongst the three of us, and then we'll get back to you guys with some more details soon.
He kind of nods and goes and pats you on the shoulder, and the two of them kind of walk away.
Good. So we're in our chambers privately to discuss this.
You guys are just out. I was to say, you guys are currently just sitting outside the mess hall.
Okay. So is it just the three of us? There's nobody around?
You don't see anybody else around.
All right. So do you want to just talk here, or do you want to go and barricade ourselves in some room?
Let's just talk here. I ain't afraid.
All right, then we should probably get the whole crew to help us find the broken parts to fix the engine. Otherwise, we're all going to die. And I mean, this boat's huge. They know it better than we do. And there are, quote, parts required to fix the ship hidden on the ship. If you manage to live long enough to fix the ship, you continue on your journey, and that means my specimen requires further development, meaning we live. So we just need to go find some parts, get Ark to fix it, our engineer, and maybe we can just explain this without bringing up the whole spy part, and we can just somehow tell the captain and Ark about the spy. That's what I was trying to do, but they wanted me to tell everybody, so I just left.
What if you just went invisible and went back with the note and handed it to them privately?
Well, I might scare the crap out of this guy.
You might. I don't know. Like, as a last resort, we really can't tell them discreetly.
Like, do you want to just throw it out that everybody could be a spy and then nobody will trust each other? Like, that's why I didn't want to just announce it, because then everybody's going to be suspicious of each other and us.
Or we could just get everybody to go hunt that thing down together, or those things.
Yeah, except the spy. They would probably.
We'll just kill him. We'll kill everything.
You want to kill everybody?
No, we'll kill the spy and the thingies.
Who's the spy?
We'll find out. They'll have to reveal themselves at some point.
So you want to just go in there and tell them what's happening?
Either we do that, or we just go and hunt these things ourselves.
Well, I want to get their help to find all of the missing parts. Otherwise, we're never going to get off the boat. But I don't want the spy to be looking for parts.
At this point, you guys start to hear a commotion of individuals making their way towards you, and you see the captain, engineer, and a few, everybody else. They start to, again, walking in your direction. Or you guys are not by the mess hall anymore, correct? You're in your little the quarters, where everybody else is residing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Then in this case, where the sleeping quarters is, that's shared. You hear everybody kind of moving all together, and somebody kind of looks in and goes, "Hey, we're heading to the mess hall to figure out what's going on. If you want to join us."
No.
Not necessarily.
Maybe we'll catch up to you guys in like 10 minutes, okay?
You see the captain looking a little less forgiving. He's like, "You were hired to do a job. We need everybody together now."
Can I come out? Can you speak over here with me then, Captain? Just for a moment? I want to show you just a quick note.
Roll a persuasion check.
You got this with your OP stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 14 plus 11 for 25.
At this point, he stops. He's just kind of sighs. He goes, "Everybody, meet you in the mess hall. I'll be there in a minute. I gotta see what's going on." And everybody leaves. He heads up to you. Goes, "What is this? Can this wait?"
No, I really wanted to show you earlier. This note was on the door when
As you
I
say
found
that, he snaps it out of your hand. He's still listening to you, but he just goes starts to read it. He's clearly frustrated at this point.
And we've had an encounter. Rila saw two of these monsters just going nuts, eating food left and right. And then when they went back together to find them, Karth and Rila, they weren't there. So.
And I heard a possibly third one.
He goes, where? First of all, he finishes reading. He goes, "Where did you get this note again? Where was this?"
This was it was
storage
taped
room.
on the door. It was taped on the storage room door.
It was nailed on the door.
Nailed.
And he goes, okay, and where did you claim that you heard or saw these creatures?
The mess hall. They were eating all the food that was left out when we got up and left earlier.
He kind of stops and he starts to run toward the mess hall as everybody else is heading there right now.
Guess I'll follow.
At this point, you guys all head there, and you see that they're all kind of just chilling and just waiting in the mess hall. They're all just. He quickly looks around and he looks at Reel. He goes, "Where was this thing? What?"
Right over the food, like the food that's not here anymore. Who ate it?
So you go and point out exactly where it was, and he sees that the plate was empty, and he goes, "Who was sitting here before?" And everybody kind of looks at each other, and you see one person kind of raise their hand. He goes, "Yeah, that was my spot." He goes, "Did you finish your food?" He's like, "No." And everybody just kind of gets quiet. He goes, "What's going on? Is somebody just? We can make more food. It's fine. It's not a big deal." And you see him just kind of stop and thinks about this for a second. He's got the note still in his hand, and he begins to look around. He's gonna make a judgment call. Hang on a sec.
He's gonna shoot somebody in the head.
He thinks about this for a moment, and he kind of stands up on one of the tables. He goes, "We have ourselves a situation here. Let you know what the good news is, and let you know the bad news. The good news is everybody's healthy, alive, nobody's hurt right now. Here's the bad news. We are in the middle of nowhere. Nobody's going to come to help us. Nobody can help us. And the parts that we normally keep for spare are missing for anything that would go wrong with the engine. Now, it's been brought to my attention that our new companions here have found a note that basically tells us that we are participating in some sort of unwanted experiment, and that one of us here is a spy." Everybody just kind of looks around at each other. He goes, "Now, I do want to say this. I have worked with every single one of you for at least 10 years. The earliest. Some of you longer. I don't see that any of you would decide to betray any of us. However, I also know that we haven't actually found anything yet that would basically describe what we're dealing with." And he kind of refers to the letter. And he goes, "Now, I can say that I don't know these fine gentlemen and folks here well enough to know if they are involved with this, but if they were, it would be pretty silly for them to come to us with this information. So it could perhaps be a tactic. Who knows? I know this is a lot to take in, and at this point, I think what we need to do is assume that what is on this note currently is true, and begin to look for whatever the parts that we need, because that is technically the only thing we can do. The alternate method or idea is to start trying to walk back to town. I will tell you this, it's going to be a walk and take multiple days. And eventually, what we have is thick ice will turn to just water, and you will have to swim the rest of the way. You will likely die before you can get even halfway." He looks around, he goes, "So, at this point, we will get the exact part that we need that's missing. We'll talk to the engineer, figure out what that is, and we will get a description of it, and we will continue to look throughout the ship. I want everybody to be paired up in twos.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. If there's a spy,
He looks at you. He goes, "Did you have something to say?"
I think we should probably stick to little larger groups. If there's one spy and they take out that one person, they could easily go and take out other groups without anybody knowing. If we have larger groups, it would be harder to
He goes,
infiltrate.
"The more groups that we have, the more hands and eyes and ears and everything that we can try to find this item."
And what happens
Yeah.
when one of these twosomes runs into one of these monsters?
He goes,
I don't think two people could handle them.
he goes,
Remember, our goal here is to save as many people as possible. Preferably everybody. I'm here to keep people safe.
He looks at everybody. He goes, "Here are the options." As the captain of the ship, group of 2s or group of 4s. Pick one. We'll all vote on it.
I vote for.
4.
4.
Community, what would you guys want?
Rip. We're fucked.
I'm looking at.
Oh
wow,
wow,
they
we're
have-
actually being nice.
They have our back.
Uh-oh.
Most
And
of them.
then here comes Prick.
Wait.
And ours.
Uh-oh.
4. Prick already said 4. He can't say 2 now.
Okay.
This is looking pretty close.
I would say everybody's pretty much leaning toward 4. And maybe a 5.
Yeah.
Who knows? So math isn't everyone's strong suit. I'm just kidding. Maya cool, you're cool.
Group.
6. Well, now we're really not doing great. So 69. Well,
69.
you know,
There's
maybe
not that many people.
Groups of 19.
There you go. So everybody seems to look around. They vote on 4. He goes, "All right. With that being said, everybody start pairing up." He goes, "I need one of you guys to pair up with this group of here."
I
And
pick
everybody
Carson
starts
Rila.
Everybody starts to get upset, and they're like, "Well, wait, how do we know we could trust them? You know, I don't want to be stuck with them. I don't know what they're going to do to me. Maybe they're all 3 of the spy. I don't want to deal with
Oh,
that."
I'll go with you guys. There's 3 of you. There's only one of me.
No,
that sounds-
he's the captain is saying that you 3, the players, are in one group, and he's trying to
Oh.
say that the rest of you, he's going to take one person from the crew and stick them with you, as make it a
Give
4.
us- Give us the engineer. I want the
He's
dwarf.
probably busy trying to
He
work
goes,
on
"The engineer
ship."
and I are going to be staying with the ship engineering room. We don't want, if there is a spy, we do not want him tinkering with the engineering room any more than
Do
they
you
already
guys have additional security down there?
At that point, you see the captain open up his coat, and you see that he's got 6 pistols.
That looks pretty good. All right, let's go exploring.
All right. He goes, "Everybody go."
Is there any other place? Would there be any more food stored away in that storage room that they could potentially be going to raid these
He
monsters?
goes, they all kind of stop. He goes, "Well, there's the mess hall here, but then there's an actual, freezer in the, in the open in
Oh.
the back. We could go check."
I think that might be a good place to start. At least see if there's any. Knock out some of this danger right away.
Oh, you want to actually go fight him. You don't want to, just find the parts and get out of here.
He goes, "Okay." He goes,
I guess.
which group would like to go and check that out while everybody goes and splits up? Everybody kind of stays quiet. And one group goes, "You know what? Fine. I think this is ridiculous. We'll go look and we'll let you know if we find anything." Captain's like, "Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to go check on a few other things. If there's any issue, if you notice anything strange, let me know right away, because this will be an issue. Because make sure when you're done looking that the room is locked up. Find a way to barricade it, and we'll work on. He goes, "At this moment, I'll make sure that I work on some method to keep this area secured. But in the meantime, we need to start looking at a quick sweep of the area, and then we'll reconvene in a few hours in the mess hall." He goes, "All right, everybody go ahead. And again, if you find anything, let us all know. Especially me, I will be back in the engineering room with the engineer." and they head off. Everybody kind of separates. You see the four and four individuals that were, said that they would look, and they go and they make their way in the back room.
Where do you guys want to go?
Home.
Me too. Let's maybe. Honestly,
Somebody says they
I'm not
want
even
you
sure.
to. Somebody says they want Simi wants you to go and follow them to the storage room.
Simi don't trust me.
So we
Okay.
have a fourth person with us too.
Yeah.
Okay. Who are they? Like, who's our fourth helper?
This person looks at you. It's a younger woman by the name of Betty. She says her name is Betty, and she cautiously shakes your hand. She's clearly very nervous. She is a gnome woman, and she appears to be typical average height of a gnome, of short hair, and she's just clearly very scared.
No, hang in there. Stay close to us. You'll be fine. Let us know if you see anything right away. You guys actually want to go follow them into the storage room, or the back room there?
Yes.
You do?
I think we should go to the storage and see if we find anything that could lead us to where it comes from. Maybe it was in one of those boxes, or who sends it out, or something.
Yes.
Okay. All right. If that's it, all right. Let's go that way.
Wait, you said you were gonna check on the storage room first.
I would like to ask though, does Betty have any weapon? Like anything she could use?
She shakes her head no.
Grab something. Like a knife, a fork,
She goes...
a bar, anything.
She looks around. She finds a couple forks. She's got and a knife. Actually, she grabs one fork and one knife, and
Nice.
quickly puts down the fork and finds another knife that was on the table.
Good.
And she's got two kitchen knives that she's got one in each hand. Steak knives.
Okay.
All right.
bad.
So what do you guys do?
Well, we go to the storage room.
Okay. And again, they got a head start, so they open a storage room. They're you hear them kind of talking, and they're like, oh, this is strange. Clearly somebody's been in here, and they're looking around. Like, you see that there actually looks like there is a substantial amount of food that's been eaten, but
Yikes.
the door was closed. You see that there's nothing in, there's nobody like Rila described in there. You just see a few, pots and pans maybe fall on the floor that were on the shelf. Other than that, a good chunk of food is missing, but
That way the creature look. Is there like slime? Any residue? Anything
there is
monster?
not. At this point, you see the one of the guys or the people that were in the other group. He's looking around. He starts picking shit up. He goes, "It's gonna be a fucking nightmare to start picking all this shit up again." He starts to go and put stuff on the shelf, and he goes to pick up one of the pots, and all of a sudden you see the pot just transforms, and he constantly bites his hand off,
Nice.
and it starts going. Starts just tearing starts climbing up his arm. And it's just chomping away at him. He is screaming at the top of his lungs, and as he's trying to get him off, it chomps on his other arm as he tries to push him off, and now he's completely chewing on both of his arms.
Well, I'm gonna... How far away are we?
Yeah. You should charge and cut it off before it.
How far are we?
The rest of them.
I would like to charge.
Actually, I'm gonna make you roll to see, because at this point you notice that that girl that was with you panics and she starts to try to close them in, as she's freaking the fuck out. So I'm gonna have you roll to see.
That's not good. I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 15, and so she's quick, and she quickly just closes the door on them. And you guys are sitting outside the kitchen, the thing, and she locks it, and they all just start screaming.
Just killed them all.
And she just starts sobbing.
Betty, that just cost us. What was it? 5 ban per person? That's 20 ban.
How much ban do you have on you, Betty?
Okay, is
much ban
the
do you have
lock
on
still
you right
there?
now?
Can I just unlock it again?
She's like,
no. I'm gonna get the 20 ban for Betty.
And she's like white knuckled. She's holding on to like the latch, and she is just like putting everything. And you just see tears that are just falling.
Oh, she's the spy. You're the spy, Betty.
She goes, "What? No, I don't want to die."
But you just killed all those people.
And it's contained.
Open the door.
Go get the captain.
Open the door.
She goes, "No, it's gonna go.
This
It's gonna get."
door isn't even.
Just push her aside.
Oh my god! Get out of the way.
You're stronger than her.
And she's just, I mean, you roll. Obviously, you should be able to contest her, but go ahead and roll. Again, we're gonna speed things
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna accidentally roll a 20 and concuss this girl.
Yeah. Or worse.
You fucking kidding me? I rolled a 2.
She rolled a 17. Well, she's negative modifier, so it was like a 6. It was 14. So she's just like bracing herself, and you're afraid that you're gonna hurt her. So she's holding the door closed, and eventually the screams subside.
You just killed all of them. Good job.
Betty,
How
you're
about we
next.
just take this piece of shit back to the captain
She
and
screams
do this
at you, and
ourselves?
she goes, "Go get the captain."
You
So
go
that
get the
was only-
captain.
And as you
So
say
it was only
that,
one.
she runs off crying, holding her hands into her face, and she's just sobbing and weeping as she just books it out of there.
Okay. What a useless piece of shit.
Well, that's 5. That's 5 more ban gone.
Bye, Betty.
Betty is the
Alright,
kind of
well.
woman who leaves her coins on a central exchange. Oh,
Who said that?
COVID.
Oh no.
That was
good,
great.
COVID.
So what do you guys
That
want to
was
do?
Good.
You guys want to go in?
So right now we have
I stay behind you, but
I mean, we're not gonna be able to find it again. It's just gonna fucking mimic again.
So yeah, it can turn into anything at once. So at this point, let's find the part and just try and run away from the monster.
So we'll leave this locked. Is there anything nearby we can brace it with? Like any furniture? Zane, anything?
you want to like
anything?
brace the door closed?
Yeah.
You look and see that there is, chairs and stuff from the mess hall that you could move into there.
Yeah, let's I'm gonna try to brace it with some doors or some chairs, I mean.
Okay. So you leave that space to go do that. And as Mycelium and Rila are sitting there, they notice the door just slowly creaks open.
Which door?
The door that Karth is leaving to go embrace.
But it was locked.
It was closed.
She locked it.
She locked
You said
it.
she locked it.
You said she locked it.
She said she locked it.
You said.
You said
You
she
said.
locked it.
You should have rolled to see if it was actually locked.
Bruh.
Oh my god!
This bitch.
So at this point, you look in and it slowly creeps open, and you don't see anything except a bloody mess on the floor.
Well, that's because it's a pot. It's now a pot again, or maybe a frying pan.
Can you go tell the
Before-
captain that this bitch is trying to kill everybody?
This is probably a mimic or some shit.
Well, yeah.
I mean, yes.
My plan is to find this part, and I wanted to lock this. Can we still lock? All right. Now that we see the doors unlocked, can we lock it?
Roll investigation check.
There is no lock.
The monster is the lock now.
No, but like, there never was a lock. I broke the doors. Unless he came on and put a lock on last
This is
night.
the mess hall. This is the stock room.
11.
There's a spot on there where you can slip a piece of like a lock. You know how like those pieces of metal that flip around with the holes? You can kind of put something in there, like an actual like lock, like a padlock.
Mhm.
If you find something that you could fit between there to keep it closed, you can do that. It's clearly something designed where you can put like a padlock in there and keep the door closed.
Like maybe would a silver tooth work?
Absolutely not.
Would a
I'll
silver
allow
tooth
it.
fit?
I will allow it.
Damn.
All right, we're gonna have to get those silver teeth. I mean,
No.
it's the only thing that's
No.
real.
You know what?
We
I
are
will
gonna
say,
die.
I
No,
will
you
say,
have no.
I will say
You
two
still have
of those
4.
teeth, 2 of those silver teeth would be perfect to lock and keep it closed.
No,
Damn.
he has 4
Rila.
teeth. You have 4
Rila.
teeth in your backpack. No, 9.
I will
But they're not
trade
silver.
Nine.
you.
No, that's
I
just
will
letting
trade
you know.
you 2 of your own teeth.
You're wearing
2.
one.
Yeah, well, I have 3 more.
9. No.
All right. Well, I guess we're all dead then.
Cool. That's what I wanted.
I guess you're gonna have to make some new artwork soon.
Damn.
Poor Rila.
I need your teeth. Give me your teeth.
Give me-
Just fight your party member. It's
We're gonna
fine.
start calling Mycelium the Tooth Fairy.
I'm gonna use persuasion on Rila to persuade her to give me.
You should just
two
put her.
silver
You
teeth.
should have put her to sleep.
No, I'm gonna
She
use
can't.
persuasion
She's an
first.
elf. They are immune to being magically put to sleep.
Yeah.
I have other options.
Oh my god! This is starting to get into the realm of non-consent. Just saying.
Starting?
Well, I mean,
It's
attacking
right there.
somebody usually isn't consensual.
Can't we just use
Fair.
a fork or something? Why do you need
No,
my...
it needs to be the teeth.
The fuck?
Just give him your
I-
teeth. We're gonna die.
What do you mean just give him your teeth? They're in there. They have to
Right.
be ripped out.
Can I
I'll
roll for
hold her.
persuasion? Can I roll for persuasion?
Yes, but then we gotta move forward. Now,
Okay, I'm persuading.
I'll
for the
just
teeth.
grapple her.
I got. That's weird. I hit it. I got 2 numbers, even though I didn't hit.
We take the lower one. Because I really
Yeah,
don't want that.
I got a 27. No, 29.
Okay.
Either way, it would have been good. I actually, you know what? The other number was I'll go with the lower number because for some reason the bot gave me 2. So I rolled a 19.
Rila, he makes a compelling argument that if I'll say it like this, I will still let you make the decision because it's still your character like that in the particular situation. But I will say this because how he rolled and circumstances to allow him to attempt to persuade you. I will, as the dungeon master, I will persuade you in telling you that if you use 2 of your silver teeth, that door will stay shut the entire game.
And you'll get your 2 teeth back.
Yeah.
Take the ones from the back.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let Karth get those teeth out for us because.
No, you do it. You
Yeah,
do
this
it.
is your problem, fam.
All right, open up. I'm gonna be careful as I can here. Let's see, what can I use to get these? I could probably just yank him out with my fingers.
Alright, so just to speed things up, I'll say you managed to do it. At this point, you see everybody, because it's taken a while, everybody kind of shows up to reconvene, and you see less people show up that originally left. And they see that you guys are, Rila's probably reeling in pain. Rila, reeling.
Wow.
And they go
I'm
to check on her,
crying.
and they see Mycelium pulling her teeth out. And they're like, "What are you doing? What are you
That should be
doing?"
done.
Oh no! You guys need to stay back. Let me finish what I'm doing. It's for everybody's safety. Rila said I could do this.
You made me do this.
No, I didn't.
It was definitely consensual.
It was Betty's fault. It wasn't mine.
Yo, by the way,
Where's
Betty is
the
a
bitch?
fucking spy. Can we talk about this, please?
He looks at you. Betty's dead.
Good.
Good.
Betty got everybody in there killed.
She just killed 4 people.
He goes, when?
All right.
She the monster's in the it's in the storage
Technically, the
room,
pot
and she
did.
locked them all in. I killed 4 of them.
We found her body soon after we left the mess hall.
She deserves it.
He looks at you. Goes, I don't think you're understanding. Soon after we left, we found her body. She was still with you when we found her body.
Yes?
So she's definitely the spy.
She's the
Or
monster.
she's the monster.
Yeah.
Obviously, she is, but
Okay, well then I guess we need to be looking out for
So wait, did you guys find any engine parts?
He goes, no. He goes, now at this point, there is a total of, he explains to you, now there is a total of 6 people dead out of the 20.
So do we know exactly who is alive just in case this thing is like shapeshifting? If it took the form of Betty, like what's to stop it from taking the form of another dead or missing person?
we just kill everyone. Then we know.
You say that with a whistle coming from your mouth.
I just would like to point out that ripping out 2 of my new teeth was pointless if Betty is a fucking monster.
Well, she may have been. And we don't know.
No, she is. It was pointless.
So what do you want to do with those teeth so we can move forward? Do you still want to put them in the lock, or do you want to...
Well, no, it's silver. I might as well hold on to them. Here's your old teeth back.
Damn.
I'm gonna fucking stab you.
Now he's got some of your real teeth and your fake teeth.
I'm gonna fucking stab you, mycelium.
And then you let him take it.
Oh man.
I hope you die. After this, if I get out of here alive, we're done. We're done.
Okay,
You're
okay,
dead
sure.
to me.
Until the next campaign.
Right. So you might as well just die and make a new character anyway.
Anyways,
Oh no.
Block it.
Alright.
you got less than an hour.
You did the right thing, Rila. You did the right thing.
Let the dungeon masters.
Let
So what's the
judgments
captain
speak,
doing?
okay? He sits there and he goes, we did not find anything. We did not find any parts. He goes, we've already lost 2 more people, so he goes, looks like we're, and after you explain to him, I'm assuming, to speed things up, that you explain to him that the people in that storage room are dead, and that there's apparently a mimic in there, and he goes, as much as I would like to see what one of these fucking things look like, we cannot open that door. He goes, and so we need to put a lock on there. Do you want to use the teeth since you've already pulled those 2 teeth out?
Oh wait,
Sure.
I thought... Yeah, sure.
He's not going to
Yes.
keep them.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We can use the teeth.
Okay.
I don't need the teeth.
Okay. So you go ahead and you lodge those teeth in there, and you manage to push them in such a way where the door will not budge. And he goes, unfortunately, the majority of our food stock was in there. So even if we were to go in there right now, who knows how much of it's still usable.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what's been kind of annoying?
Where else do we have to search?
Oh, okay. Well, he
Like,
goes.
we've already looked in the galley, or we looked in the storage, we looked in the mess hall.
He goes, we'll just have to. You guys will have to all keep looking. He goes, it's the only way we can figure our way out of here.
Has anybody looked up on the deck?
He goes, we had a couple of people that looked up there. They didn't find anything. He goes, we haven't really gone through the storage yet.
Well, if
Like,
we go in
like
there, we
the-
should probably all go in there together, because we're probably all gonna die.
They were like, we were gonna save that for last because of how dangerous the situation being. Hoping that perhaps it was somewhere else on the ship. He goes, but I think at this point it might be.
I don't really know where else it could be.
He goes, why we have the numbers, it might be best to just kind of look there first. Everybody starts to kind of argue with him, saying it's dangerous. It's it's not a good idea. This and that. And he goes, he just goes, we need to do that because the only way we can go from here.
Every time we split up, people have died, so we might as well just head over there and see what's up.
Okay. So you guys go in there, and you guys start heading down there. Everybody agrees. So at this point, as you go down, you guys make your way into the storage room, or the room where all the cargo and everything is. And you guys, the captain's like, okay, so we're all here. Should all be here. Let's all just start to pick a spot and kind of start slowly making our way through the ship and being careful. Pair up with somebody. If somebody thinks something moves, be there to help address whatever might happen. We just have to be very careful. At this point, as you guys continue moving and getting in position, you notice that the door behind you closes and locks.
Beautiful. Is it dark?
It's dark.
So we're in the storage room.
Where
I
all
guess
the cargo is, yes.
You all have dark vision, right?
I have dark
Yes.
vision.
So
We
it's
all
not-
do.
Anybody got a light?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a torch. And a tinderbox.
I would use it.
I have the spell light, which I can use on everybody. Touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension.
I mean, we have dark vision. We don't need light.
Yeah, we don't even need light. Alright. So we're just looking for stuff. I'm gonna start looking in some boxes over on the right side of the room. You guys start digging through some other boxes. Maybe we'll find a... Have we determined what kind of engine part we're looking for?
So they did describe it, and so basically I would describe it to you guys. Think of it as like a large gear, a large heavy metal, like gear, maybe the size of maybe 2-3 feet, or no, 2 feet wide, like a cog. Yes.
Okay.
But this particular cog is a little unique, and it has special like designs inside, like a what's it called? Magical, engraved symbols on the side. So it's not just metal cog. There's more to it than that, but it's very specific that they use this one.
Alright, so let's just start digging through all these boxes as quick as we can.
Okay. Can I roll investigation to see if there are anything boxes or objects that look were moved?
Well, yes, you could go ahead and roll that. Everybody will have the guys all roll investigation, as well as I will roll for everybody else.
I got a 7.
More. Okay. Okay, you got a 7, you said?
Yeah.
I have a 7 too.
Okay.
Ooh, Nat 19.
Nat 19? Too bad we already did the giveaways, so.
Plus 3 is 22.
Okay. So everybody there's a good number of people that looks like they can't see in the dark. You also see the captain and a few people trying to get the door open, but it seems like it's just not budging. And he just goes, you guys keep trying to search for stuff, I'll try to get this door open. And he takes himself and another individual trying to get the door open. And what he does, he grabs Karth. He goes, do you think you can help me with this door?
I will do my best.
Okay, so at this point, I'll let you roll a strength check or athletics.
Okay.
And let me know in a second what it is. But in the meantime, the rest of you start looking through different crates. And Rila, as you open one of the crates, because you're all looking to see if anything moved, you don't find anything that would resemble being recently moved. Everything seems to have been locked into place as it should have been. The only thing that you do notice, however, is that there was one very large coffin-like crate that had been opened, and it looks very old, and it has a smell emanating from it.
Great. Do I find anything that I would like to steal? Anything shiny, valuable, something that I can make teeth out of? Anything small enough to...
with that roll, however, I say you with that coffin, you do notice that the engravings and stuff, it does have that similar to the same style handwriting as the note.
Sort of misery.
Yes. But Timothy, one of the crates that you managed to open appears to be filled with silver plates.
I collect the silver plates. And how many are there?
It's a very large crate. They appear to be, let's see, say about 30 or so.
Okay. No gears though, with like magical symbols on them. Cogs rather.
Correct. And a few other people started looking through stuff.
Well, I also pocket all of the silver.
Damn.
As you go to pick up the last piece, it vibrates a little bit. Actually, I'm sorry, the first piece you pick up, it vibrates a little bit.
Okay.
What do you do?
That's exciting. Guys, this silver is vibrating.
Everybody stops and just stares at you.
Yeah,
Kill
I
it.
don't know.
Kill
What is
it.
All of a sudden,
Break it.
it just, you see
Drop
a
it.
maw, like a teeth, and it just tries to chop down at your hand. And as it envelops into a human being-like creature, as you see before you, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you get fucked.
All right.
This is definitely not consensual.
This is not consensual. Dexterity. I got an 8.
Oh.
So it you manage to get it off just enough that it only takes 2 of your fingers.
Oh.
Okay, that's not bad.
You deserve that.
It's okay.
2 fingers, 2 teeth, no problem.
So the question is, which fingers did it take, everybody? You tell me.
Why would it be silver?
And at this point, you see the creature starts to running around, and you see it jump behind something, and it just disappears.
I guess we should have just walked back. This is fucked.
I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get my weapon out. I'm missing a few fingers here.
You take, because you technically lost some fingers, you would take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Yikes. Well, I guess, Oh, I definitely didn't break down that door.
Would you roll?
A 13.
Alright. You managed to start chopping away at it with your axe. It's doing some good leeway, making some good progress, excuse me. But the door is still intact currently.
Well, I guess it's time to fight.
You look around, you see that it's gone. It's hiding somewhere amongst the darkness of many crates.
But they saw which crate it went behind, no?
Sure.
Is the captain still with us?
Yes, he was with Karth.
I didn't open the
I would
door,
like-
so everybody's still here.
I would like to ask the captain how far away the shore is.
We're not gonna make it.
He explained, based
you
on his
don't-
explanation, it'd be multiple days out, and the fact that once you get far enough away or close enough to the sea or the city, that the ice will then be melted, and you'll have to swim through the ice cold water.
How
So-
far?
It would be in total probably about 5-day trip, half of which would be in the icy waters.
Okay. How
He's
long in the
right.
icy water?
2.5 days.
2.5 days, yeah.
You're not living. You're not gonna make it. Don't
She's
even
a
try
druid.
it.
She's gonna say, "Fuck you guys." She's gonna leave.
Yeah.
Deuces.
So
You are no friends of mine
So-
anymore.
Mycelium, do you know where it went?
you do know where it went. You could point it out to him.
It
Camera
went
can't
that way.
So you're gonna lose your. I think is that the 2 fingers that you decided based on what the community said.
I don't, they
I
didn't
think I
really
saw-
come to a
yeah.
general consensus.
Yeah, I think they said the thumb and the index finger. So that's what you lose.
Damn.
Yes.
It was right over there, Karth. Go get it.
Okay. I head over to that crate.
Okay. You look over there, and you actually do me a favor. Roll an investigation check since you're already over there.
My specialty.
And as you do that, you hear somebody else from the other end of the area start to scream, and a few other people appear to be chomped down on.
I rolled a 12.
Hang on 1 second. So right now we have lost another 2 people. So this total now is 8. You rolled a what?
12.
12? Alright, at this point you look and there's nothing over there, but you do notice that as you're looking, something is slithering now. And it looks to be slithering away from you as you're brandishing your axe.
Chop, chop!
So
Can I swing at it?
You can, and you're going to swing at a disadvantage because it's literally weaving between the crates, so I'll give you a chance to swing at it.
That is it's pretty good. Sorry, 21 to hit.
21 to hit with disadvantage. Okay, give me 1 second. So now, at this point, you managed to get it, and you hit it. How much
Yeah.
damage does it take?
Let's see. It takes 11 slashing. Yeah, 11 slashing damage.
Alright, so here's what happens.
It's gonna turn into 2 snakes.
It stops, turns to look at you, and it begins to grow. And you see, Rila sees the creature that she saw at the mess hall, and for the first time you see it, but this time it gets a little bigger. You see another creature that was slithering, climbs into it, and it grows to be twice the size that Rila witnessed beforehand.
Okay.
And at this point, it starts to pick up one of the crates of unknown objects, and it begins to throw it at you.
Can I bonus action rage?
Yep, I'll let you do that
Okay.
before him.
I'm a rage. Arrgh!
And to be clear, the creature is not a snake anymore. It transforms into a humanoid creature.
Okay. Cool. And I'm fucking mad.
All right. So, what about the rest of Basilium and Rila? What do you guys do?
Think about
Oh,
What do you do?
Do something.
Just what did you just say?
well,
Kill it with fire.
I would like to
yeah.
cast. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, you.
No, you first. You first.
All right, I'm gonna cast Heat Metal on Karth's axe. So it's gonna be a real hot axe when he uses it.
Okay. You do so.
Hot axe.
So, Heat Metal. It's
Are you looking at the stats
It's
for it?
yeah, object takes 2d8 fire damage when he goes to attack. So it's an additional 2d8 fire damage.
Nice.
Cool.
So he's taken 11 damage so far, and since it's conjoined with another one, so its health pool goes up. And okay, so Rila, what is it you do before we go back to Ovi?
I would like to cast Enhance Ability. I do not need your consent this time. I just need to touch you, and I do touch your shoulder. And
Does it say
yes.
consenting?
No,
Okay.
no,
So
no.
you
It does
don't
not have to be
consent.
willing.
Either way,
It
I will
does-
give my consent.
It does not have to be
This is the
willing
first-
this
This is
time.
the first. He's actually accepting. He's giving
That's
you
not
consent.
true. I've accepted it one other time.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Anyway, he is getting Bull Strength, which is the target has advantage on strength checks, and his or her carrying capacity doubles.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Very
Right?
nice.
So,
All right. So you
Cool.
have that now, and as I left it was gonna throw something at you. And let's see. What's the damage gonna be for that? That's gonna be. Actually, first he has to see if he hit. Oh, he does not hit. He rolls
Nice.
a 6, so it goes right over your head, and he manages to hit anybody. Ooh, he manages to crush a person behind him. Doesn't kill
By
him.
accident.
It doesn't kill him. It just it pins him up against the wall. But it does 7 points of damage to that person, and they are currently bleeding. And they're in bloodied state, which means they have less than or about at least half their HP left.
whatever.
Okay.
So,
I'm ready.
it is your turn. Actually, wait, it is. At this point, you see the captain running around. He's saying he's just about to go pull one of his pistols out, and he stops to look at the door with the cracks in it, and he notices that there's something back looking at him through the crack. And something goes to pull its hand through one of the cracks and breaks part of the door, and it grabs the captain's arm and begins to try to pull it through.
You stupid fucking captain.
And he starts yelling and screaming, and one of the other people try to go to help him, but right now he's currently immobilized.
Why didn't he just have his guns out the whole time? We were clearly about to die.
So at this point, it's your turn, Ovi.
Okay. I guess I will attack recklessly then. With my axe. My hot-ass axe.
All right. So you go ahead and
Your
do that.
flaming axe.
How much see if he hits, and see how much damage he does if he does.
There's a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, 1d12 plus... Nice. 13. So I have to... What is the roll I have to do? Mycelium?
For that's 2d 2d8. Yeah, 2d8.
You could have that
For-
like item.
What kind of damage is that?
Fire damage.
Alright, so it's 10 fire damage and 15 slashing damage.
So did I say that again?
10 fire damage, 15 slashing
Thank you.
for my first attack.
It's good to know. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna attack again.
Okay. Well, as you're rolling for those, you see as you go to attack him, he starts screeching and squealing and making horrid noises, the inhumane noises.
Bad sign.
Bits and pieces of him begin to fall off and attempt to wither, like crawl away, but the parts that are crawling away are on fire. And you see that it begins to melt in an oily mess.
Nice.
However, as you were not maybe aware of this, but Rila and Mycelium noticed that the pile that is oily and dead is continuing to burn on the wooden floor.
Oh, that's not good. Well, we'll worry about that later.
Well.
Alright. Well, I rolled a 21 to hit this time.
Okay, it hits.
Alright. Is that still on me, Mycelium? How long does that last?
I think it should still be on.
Well, I do 7 slashing.
Okay, so it lasts 1 minute, so that's debatable.
That's 2 turns, right?
Cast.
So 1 minute,
1 minute
is what is it? Every
Is it 30 seconds a turn?
6 seconds is 1 round. Full round.
Oh,
so
never
yeah,
mind.
you're good. You're good.
So you still got it, yeah.
Alright. Then 10 more fire damage.
So he's taken. So this for the second turn, it's 10 fire.
10 fire.
It's supposed to be 3d8. I messed
3d8.
up. It's supposed to be 3d8, yeah.
Well,
It's even
I
better.
double check.
So as
Yeah,
you're determining the math on that, so we don't keep as people are listening and trying to listen.
Yeah.
We'll say this, to entertain everybody else. You notice the other people are freaking the fuck out, and they start to see the fire on the ground. You see, like, maybe their instincts as being sailors in a ship seeing fire kick in, and they begin to, some of them looking around to put it out. They start to, some of them takes their clothes off, trying to hit it, stomp on it.
helpful.
And if after a while they manage to do so, but it does take a little longer than they were expecting. Some of which the people that are not putting that out rush over to help the captain. And one person that was in the far back room that was by the second creature that's in the room, he is trying to climb and crawl his way out of one of the crates and gets pulled back in. Okay, tell me what the damage is for the next one.
For
The second attack.
that was the second.
I thought you were
attack. Are you
adjusting
talking about the?
Because I thought you were okay. So remind me.
It
then.
was 10 fire and.
Oh, you're supposed to adjust the value on the fire for 3d8.
Okay, so I gotta roll 2 more
Yes.
d8s because it was 1 more for each turn.
And just to make it clear, tell me for the 2 attacks, what is the full damage? Just so I make sure I got it right.
Just for the second one, or for both of them?
All of your attacks. Tell me
Alright,
what the
all of
damage
my attacks. 26 fire damage. What the fuck? This is too much.
It's not too much because
It's
technically
22.
left,
Yeah, it's
so-
22 slashing, 20 whatever I said for fire.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. All right, so he
I'm done.
currently is almost at a bloodied state. At
Fuck.
this point, he screeches out in a horrid scream, and you notice that one of the people in the room with you stops to look at it. His eyes go black, and you see that he transforms into a snake-like creature, and it begins to try to rush toward the creature in harm.
Who's closest to it?
You are.
I quickly reach for my rapier to stab it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack of opportunity, which is basically what that does is if somebody's trying to move past somebody it allows you to quickly go make an attack attempt on them. And that's what he's doing against him.
Standard D20?
Yep. And since that now that you know that one of the people in there is not one of your own, you now realize that you've actually lost, instead of 8, you've lost 9 people. Because that person is dead somewhere on the ship.
Then, I rolled a 17.
17, you hit. So because it's in a shrunk down state, it's gonna affect him more. So percentage-wise, it's based the way he works. He's gonna take more damage than initially would have if he was bigger. So that means, okay, so that works out this way. How much damage total was that, you said?
It was an attack of... You called it a attack of opportunity, and to roll a d20, and I rolled a 17.
Alright, did you roll the damage?
I never get to attack.
So I'm just trying to work out the percentage increase because of his current state. He was not best designed to take damage in this form.
Yeah, I never get to do this, so I'm double checking how, and I know how now.
You're good. I noticed that some people were saying that they just missed part of the show. This is actually going to be a recording on the Dungeons Banano YouTube channel. So if you haven't yet, also guys, want to subscribe to it. You can always check out any new videos that come out. We make clips of existing streams, so you can see the highlights of what took place, but also lets you make sure that if you missed it, you can watch it later on. Go ahead, Timothy.
So it was actually 17 plus 5. I'm learning. To hit, so it was 22.
You're still good.
And then damage was 6 plus 2 for 8.
So 8? Okay. So then technically that works out to be more than that, so okay. You see that it moves a little bit slower away from you after you hit it. It does screech a little bit too. And at this point, Rila, you notice that the captain that was been fighting with whatever's pulling on its arm, it lets go.
Mm-hmm.
And it now is trying to get into the room, and it's screaming back.
Is it like... What do you mean, trying to get into the room?
Originally, it was trying to pull the captain out of the room through the crack of the door. Now it let go of that, and now it's trying to bash its way in.
Alright, so he's trying to get through the hole. I would like to cast a flame blade and just stab it through the hole.
Okay, so you rush over there and you go to do that. Let me know about your attack.
I'm just gonna copy paste that in the chat. My attack.
Very nice.
What do you like me to roll?
So D20, and first you don't need to roll anything to see if the spell works, correct? You just it applies it to the blade.
Oh no, it creates a blade.
Oh, okay.
Similar.
So then what does this say regarding... Actually, let me look at that real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. It says, you evoke a fiery blade in your free hand. The blade is similar in size and shape to a scimitar, and it lasts for a duration. If you let go of the blade, it disappears, but you can evoke the blade again as a bonus action. You can use your action and make a melee spell attack with the fiery blade. On a hit, the target takes 3d6 fire damage.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is, just for the time being, I'm going to assume that you're proficient at scimitars, and say that you can roll with proficiency bonus, and it's going to likely be a strength modifier with it. So whatever your strength modifier is, which probably is going to be like maybe a 1 or 0, depending if you add a strength modifier. Either way, you should at least add a 3 to your d20 roll, and if you hit, you can then go ahead and roll for damage. So roll a d20 and add 3 to that.
18.
So you
but
hit.
I have a negative modifier on strength.
So then it would be 17, but you still hit.
Okay.
You just hit. 17 was the takeaway, so
Okay,
Go
so
ahead and roll for damage.
yes, sir. Total of 10.
Okay. So that creature takes more. Okay, so then because that creature is much smaller than the one we originally was fighting with, it takes the fire damage and actually does more damage to it because it's a straight fire damage. Same thing with Obi's blade. It starts to scream, but it's strangely still refusing to give up trying to get in. Except now it's trying to grab at your weapon. But it's
Go ahead.
using it now, and then with his other hand, he's trying to bash his way in. And he's gonna... God damn it, he rolled a nat 1. So he just, as he goes to bash his hand into the door, he goes like this, and he breaks enough of it where the top part breaks off, but leaving a piece of wood that's like kind of pointed upwards, and his arm gets stuck in it. And he's going to take a little bit extra damage. So he'll take an additional 3 points of damage.
Nice. Can do this.
So that means he's not in the greatest of shape. So at this point, next, this is the creature's turn. The one on the floor it does make its way back to the larger one in the room. And you see the parts of it that was missing based on the damage you've done starts to come back together. But he still does not look in the best of health, but he does recover about 20 hit points. The other, it looks around at 20. He decides to basically get into like a bulldozing kind of fashion and knock you over to get to the door. He's gonna roll a nat 20 to do that. And so he knocks you on your ass unless you can roll a nat 20 back as a strength contesting. So you do an athletics check.
Me?
No, Karth.
Okay. $21.
Cool.
21. So even though you got a 21, he got a crit, and he does have a bonus to his strength, so you just miss. So instead of actually falling on your butt like we thought, he just shoves you out of the way, and he just begins to bulldoze toward the door, and does manage to damage it enough to break it down. At this point, you see that the other creature that was there, they're very close to being in contact, but since that's the end of his turn, that's all that he does. Next, it is Mycelium's turn.
Shoot, then, so they're all the different pieces have formed together again. I will... I'm gonna cast a healing word on myself. Yeah, I'm gonna do a low-level healing word. 1d4 plus 5. So I will roll.
Okay. So I'll let you, as you're determining that, and let me, in a second, just let me know how much that is. We're gonna try to speed this up.
6.
6.
So I have full health again.
Perfect. Rila, what is it that you do?
I keep stabbing and twisting.
Well, now
Thing
it's
in front
right
of-
next to you, like the whole big, large creature.
I'm gonna go ham on it. I'm angry. I'm scared. I want to get out of here.
Okay. So you go ahead and roll that. So again, it's going to be the technically it's not a +3, it's a +2 because of your negative modifier. So just d20 +2.
It's 8.
So you go to like, swipe at it, and it moves out of the way, and you hit the door, what's left of it at least, but you don't manage to hit it. And at this point, Karth, you get one chance to do something before it makes contact with its remaining self, and heals up even more.
I mean, it's only one thing I can do.
All right,
Go swing.
do it up.
All right. Let's see what we got. 15 to hit. Okay.
15 to hit is a miss.
Okay. Do I get to use my second attack because it doesn't count as a bonus action?
Yep.
Alright. Let's miss again.
Come on.
What's
Oh,
that?
1925.
Nice.
Good job.
Nice.
Alright.
All right.
All
So
right.
you go. Tell me the damage.
10
Total damage, just
slashing.
the entire
Okay.
total.
Oh, 30.
Nice.
Good job. Well done.
So
That
as
keeps
you
sword.
go to start chopping away at it, look at it and you make one nice slice across its neck, and you see its head lop off, and it goes. The head lops off to the other side of the door, into the hallway, and you see the body that was there starts to kind of catch on fire and drops to the ground. However, you notice that the creature from the other side picks up his head and begins to absorb it.
Thick.
Nasty.
And that creature begins to charge at you and grabs you by the head, or tries to. A
Ooh.
19.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a strength, acrobatics?
It's going to be athletics.
Oof. Let's see what I got for that.
Or would you like to try to use acrobatics
Uh,
to move out of the way?
you said it's athletics?
You can choose athletics or acrobatics.
Well, that is a strength check and I have advantage, so that sounds lit.
Okay.
That's a 23 athletics.
Hang on 1 second.
Please don't rip my head off.
I broke the chat. It's all because I had to zoom roll back up to look at something. That's okay. So you go ahead and... What was the number again?
Bruh, I don't have a memory like that. 25? 23.
So you
23.
interlocked your fingers and you're just resisting, and with that high of a roll, you bend his wrist back and you hear a cracking sound, but while also hearing the cracking, you hear it reconnecting as it's attempting to remend its own broken wrists simultaneously as you're holding onto it. So you don't do any damage to him. It's a force attack, but you do see that you managed to resist his desire to attempt to strangle or crush your skull.
That's nice. I like that.
Now, let's see. It's gonna actually do one more thing, and it misses.
Sick.
And it goes to leap forward to try to bite you, and part of its neck extends outward, and you move your head out of the way, and it like you see it almost like Alien, where part of it just disforms and just tries to bite at you, and completely misses. At this point, if you all have noticed, the captain is not being attacked anymore, and it just uses his special legendary attack because he was captain. I was expecting him to die, to be honest, but you guys managed to... hang on 1 second. Okay.
He's gonna do a 6-gun salute.
So he pulls out his pistols, and you see them. You didn't notice them before, but there's lines engraved into them. And as he pulls the trigger back, it begins to light up the barrel. And as it blasts out, you see a bit of electricity and fire shoot from it, and it blasts into hot metal into its chest, and it does 6 points of damage. And then he goes and drops it, pulls out another pistol, goes to fire it, and This one just misses. It grazes the side of its head. But at this point, the few remaining people that are alive still see the rest of his pistols. And a quick action, grab them. And the rest of the 4 pistols by 4 other people start to firing at this creature.
Sick.
And as the team and family that they are, they work together, knowing full well how to utilize his pistols as they begin to fire at the creature. And they all together, they manage to do a total of 15 damage plus the others. Yeah, 15 damage. And this creature falls down to its knees, and it begins to have a difficult time standing up and keeping a physical form. It attempts to keep clawing at you, Karth. And you clearly, as it reaches out to you, his hand becomes his mouth, and he tries to turn it, attempting to bite at you.
Nice.
What is it you do?
I try to stop him.
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna try to just cut it off with my axe.
He has 5 hit points left. How would you like
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that shit off.
Okay, go ahead and roll and make sure you don't miss, because it's gonna start chewing at your foot if you do.
I rolled a 9 on my first.
First, you got one more chance.
Alright, 24.
There you go.
I did it.
You tell me how you kill him.
I am gonna cut that mouth off. I'm just gonna cleave it off as it's coming at me in all alien style.
Describe it to me.
As it gets about 2 inches from my face, and I just turn 90 degrees and swing my axe straight up and slice it off.
Nice. And with the fire axe that you wield, you slice it, and it lops and catches fire as it begins to have difficult times keeping form, and as it's becoming more and more of an oily, goopy mess. It eventually catches on fire entirely, and it just continues to scream and scream. And this, strangely enough, goes on for probably 5 minutes of the creature just burning and screaming and burning and screaming. At this point, after 5 minutes goes by, and everybody comes over with water and starts putting the creature out. Eventually, when it stops burning, there's nothing left but ash.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna scoop up some of that ash, save it for next time.
Are you really?
You nasty whore.
Yeah, I'm gonna save some of this monster ash. You never know; it might be some like magical properties. You know,
Okay.
monster ash.
My ash. Nice. Okay, at this point, you see and you look over, and you see the captain. You see his arm, and it's all messed up looking, and just, torn up, but he's got somebody help, putting bandage on it. And he goes, let's assess the damage and figure out what's going on. And as you guys are looking around, just as you're looking for people to see who's died and everything, you notice that in the one far back part of the storage area, the one person that did die, he managed to find the part, and he was trying to let you guys know before he's being pulled back in the crate. You see that he has been digested almost completely. All that remains is half of its face and part of its one arm. However, the arm was still holding on to the part that you all needed to survive.
He died for us.
At this point, you guys go and grab the part, and what do you do?
I run it to the engineer. I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
that boat.
Okay. You go and you grab it to the engineer, and you notice as you go to knock on, you open the door, and you see he's sitting, you'll go in, and you see he's smoking from his cigar, and he seems a little shocked to see you.
Okay, hold on. Don't give it to him.
Motherfucker. Gonna
We
burn
have to
him?
kill this guy. Wait. We were supposed to kill him according to the letter if he gets caught. So what are we gonna do instead?
We're not getting any reward for this from Professor Misery.
No,
Well, he's
we're
not the
are
bounty
we?
holder. He's not the one that's paying you. It was
So?
somebody else. He doesn't even.
We're not doing him any favors anymore.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing him a favor.
So-
we should make him our friend.
Let's kidnap him and take him with us, and he'll be our companion for the next stream.
Wait.
See, this is how Dungeon Masters end up with all these fucking people because they're getting held hostage.
Ark Rockbreaker is the newest member of our group. He's a trader and an engineer.
First of all, you haven't figured anything out. Nobody said anything.
Yeah. How do you determine he's a spy?
Because he didn't expect to see us.
Because we were all
smoking a cigar.
murdered. He probably heard us all dying and all the screaming.
He just sat up there waiting for his monsters
Smoking.
to. This guy. No, dude.
As he sees you come in, he goes, "Oh, you got the part." He goes, "Quick, let's put it together."
You're the spy, you jerk. I know you're the spy.
He goes, "Excuse me?"
Give me a.
Convince him.
You're the spy.
Convince him.
I know you're the spy.
The captain
You
puts
didn't
his
expect
hand on
to
your
see us come
shoulder,
back.
and he kind of whispers something in your ear, and I'm gonna message you what he whispers. And it's up to you if you want to share.
Well, he whispers. That's all he wrote. He whispers.
The ultimate troll, Dungeon Master. And he's at that point, before you say anything, he goes, "Look, I think we're all very anxious and we're overwhelmed with emotion right now. First thing we need to do is just get this ship back and working." He goes,
Yeah, alright. Let's fix the ship. I think Karth and I and Rila should all make sure it gets fixed properly, and we'll stick her with Ark and just make sure it gets fixed. And you should stay here too, right, Captain?
He goes, "Tell you what, yes." He goes, "Why don't you do me a favor? If you could get everybody, see everyone's okay, get them to the mess hall. I'll keep an eye on him." And he looks for the remaining pistols that are not on hand, and he goes and collects them, and he loads them. He goes, "Why don't you go ahead and get everybody into the mess hall, make sure, tend to any wounds that might be going on."
Alright, one of us should stay with you too, though.
I have a condition, though. We get the full bounty for this shit.
He goes, we'll figure that out later.
Mm.
But likely not. I've lost a big portion of my family today.
I lost 2 teeth. He lost 2 fingers, and he almost lost his head.
So I can whisper to my other party members too, and I'm gonna do that right now. So check your chat, Blush and Rila, or Rila and Karth.
So at this point, he goes, "I can't make any promises, but what I can focus on is the fact that I need to make sure I have the money for the families that have lost their loved ones today. And to be honest, I'd rather give that extra funds to them and their families. Not that I don't appreciate what you've done, but I gotta think about my family."
I'm gonna murder.
You were prepared to pay this for. You're already prepared to pay
But
the
I also
bounty.
was not expecting more than almost half of the people here to die. And he says this, his eyes, he's clearly hurting.
I don't care. I'm hurting too!
Yikes.
Physically!
I'll stay here.
Tell you what, we'll do this to speed things up because we do want to get done. Because he's been nice enough to let us go a little over. I'll say this. I will let one of you guys roll. Just a straight D20. Not with perspective, because otherwise we're not going to let God mode mycelium over here convince him the world over.
Oh, that's cheating!
How is that cheating? You want to alter the bounty, which is in technically regulations of the game and the story you're not allowed to do.
I can try that.
You can try.
Yeah, I
this
roll.
time.
15.
He is convinced that he will let you receive an extra 10 ban on top of your.
Wow. Literally taking it from dead people's families. I hope you feel good about yourself.
I need the money to fix my teeth.
Oh my god. Literally cost you half a banana to fix all your teeth.
They're gonna be all shiny diamonds. Don't worry about that.
So at this point, what happens is you go. Do you guys, again, to speed things up? Do you go and take the individuals to the mess hall?
I stay.
Sure, take them.
Okay.
I'm glad Karth is staying because I think that one of them is the
I'm not leaving that room.
Okay.
All right, good.
So
Then
at this
I'm.
point, I'll do again to speed things up. What you find out is he tells you, I want you to go into the other room with everybody else. I need to take care of this.
No.
At this point, actually, what I'll do is I'll say this story-wise. The rest of you start to head back, and Karth stays back. And then after everybody leaves, he goes, "I want you to leave. I'll take care of this." And you say no. And after everyone's left, he starts to pull out his pistol and cocks the back of it. It goes, "I said, I need you to leave."
Are you gonna kill him?
And he points it at your face. He goes, "I'm gonna give you one more chance."
Kill him.
You have full health.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna try to disarm him.
As you notice, I will tell you this, when he pulls the pistol out at you, you see the engineer look very startled by this. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, that's not necessary. What are you doing?" Alright, so go ahead and roll a, I'm gonna say athletics, or acrobatics, because you gotta be quick.
Acrobatics.
You gotta be quick.
Acrobatics is not something I'm good at.
Ken, you got a couple minutes. We're gonna make this quick.
18.
Nice. You managed to do it with the axe. Because I'm still assuming that it's still powered by the fury of Rila. Or mycelium. Whichever you guys decided to fire charge this thing.
Yeah.
And it basically, you managed to knock the pistol out of his hand. And you notice that a letter also falls out from one of his pockets.
Oh man. It was you the whole time, you fucko.
And you see he picks up the note quickly and puts it back
How
in his
much
pocket.
money did they pay you?
He doesn't
Was
say
it worth
anything.
all of your friends dying?
Family.
And you see the engineer pick up the pistol that fell and shoots the captain.
Damn.
Woo!
I told you it wasn't Ark.
I knew it was one of them. I knew it was one of those two.
And
Good job, Karth.
You see the old dwarf he doesn't tear up, he doesn't cry. He looks like he did with you at the door. He looks frustrated and he says, "Get this trash out of my office."
I just shrug and drag that fucko out.
Loot him.
I'll loot him as I'm dragging him out.
Alright, and then that, you guys managed to make it back alive. The engineer makes sure that you get paid.
Sick.
And so hang on. So we have 9 people that died. So 11. Actually, no, not technically it's 10. So 10 people lived. Rila's dying, and she's like, "I want money."
You're robbing us.
Not. I love it when I hang money over your head. It's funny. All right, so I'm gonna make you do the math on this, Rila, because I know how much you love doing math. So, let's see,
Puzzles.
5 banana per person alive. There's 10 people alive. How much banana did you get plus the 10?
60.
510.
Nope.
But what?
We got 510.
You got a little better persuasion than that.
Right there. That's what I imagine Rila being like. Oh, hang on, guys. Got math. I want to be guys. That's what. Not blush. Rila. Rila's character. Like, hang on a second.
Fucking puzzles.
Are we gonna split this one evenly, guys?
So you guys get 60 man.
So we're each
Do
gonna
we
take
Yeah.
20? Let's be fair about this one. We could fight over the
Well, I
next
lost
pot.
2 fingers.
I lost 2
I
teeth.
killed the thing.
All right, let's
All right,
split
tell
it.
you
I don't
what,
have.
we'll
I
let
don't
you-
have any.
All right. And with that, I'm going to say thank you, everybody, for watching. And I appreciate you guys staying a little later than what we were expecting. But I appreciate you guys checking us out. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to the Dungeons and Banano YouTube channel. Check out the Discord server. And we'll see you guys in the next Dungeons and Banano.
See you guys.